Let me switch up the tempo. Let me switch up the tempo. Let me switch up the tempo. I wanna switch up the tempo. Can I switch up the tempo?
Alright, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Jayy. We back here again. Another story time episode, number 3. Before we get started, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on the notifications so y'all know when I'm posting these videos so y'all can stay up on my timeline. Today's story is about the first time I got drunk. And I mean drunk. Like blacked out, passed out drunk. It's a very... It was a very, very long night for me. And I'm very, surprised that I made it through. So to start it off, my homie, he goes to Berkeley, Cal Berkeley. So my homie called us up and he was like, yo guys, we having a party this weekend. Y'all gotta come up here for it. It's dope. I can get y'all in, no problems. And we were like, cool. We gonna roll through. So this was around maybe 2-3 years ago. We had just graduated high school. So we're about 18, 19, somewhere around there. And it's our first real taste of the college life. So I didn't know what to expect. But I for sure packed my freshest clothes, my freshest shoes. I made sure I had some money because I wasn't going up there broke. And I told my other homie to do the same thing. So we roll up there 2 suitcases deep, just for a weekend though. That's the crazy part. We were only there for a weekend, but we rolled up there 2 suitcases deep, ready to go, ready for anything. And we pull up to the homie's dorm and everything, and he's stoked, excited to see us. We ready for the weekend. So the whole weekend we had his frat party, we had another frat party, we had a football game, we had the frat parties before the football game. We had the whole weekend planned out to the T. So to fast forward to the night of his party, we're sitting in his dorm and stuff, and he had to leave early to go set up because he was a pledge and everything. So he leaves us, and and we just like, all right, we'll just meet you there later. And so we're chilling, right? It's party started around 9, so about 7 and stuff. So around 7:30 we start showering, start getting ready. So we shower, we get ready and stuff. It's about 8 o'clock, 8:15ish. And the homie texted saying, hey, if y'all aren't lit enough by the time y'all get to the house, I'm not letting y'all in. So I'm like, oh, well, let's start getting lit then. So we go to his room, find his little stash and stuff, and we start taking shots. Me and the homie going back and forth, shot for shot. Boom, 1, boom, 2, boom, 3, 4, etc. So on and so on. And the homie over there starting to look not starting out to look so well. So I'm like, bro, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, alright then, let's keep going. So we throwing him back. We're at maybe 10 now. And I'm just like, dang. Mind you, I was only 18 or 19, so I was very inexperienced, and I didn't really know how alcohol worked at the time. But after this night, I for sure, most definitely figured it out as to how alcohol works. So we're on shot 10, and he's like, nah, bro, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I'm like, well, I don't feel anything, so I'm going to keep on going. So I keep going. 11, 12, 13. Your boy ended up taking 17 shots of alcohol. When I tell you, that was one of my biggest mistakes that I could have ever made in my life. It was definitely one of the biggest mistakes I could have ever made in my life. At the time, I didn't feel it too bad. I felt pretty good. So I was like, alright, cool. It's about 8:45, 8:50. So alright, cool. Let's start heading over to the party. So, oh, on top of that, I was drinking light and dark. So I had mixed the two, which I now know you're not supposed to do at all because of what would eventually happen to me. So it's about 8:45, 8:50. You know, we get up, we start walking towards the. We start walking towards the party, and we finally get to the party and stuff. We had to go in through the back gate. They had security at the gate and everything. And we get through security and stuff, and we're looking around like, dang, there's dummy people there. I mean, dummy people. I mean, there's people literally everywhere. People all in the backyard, all in the house. Like, wild. I have never seen a party this packed before. So I'm rushing in there, talking to everybody, like saying what's up. They got 4 beer pong tables on the in the living room. Like, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, shit. If my grades were good, I would have transferred to that school as soon as I could. But you know, your boy wasn't doing that well in school at the time, so you know that wasn't gonna happen. It's okay. I'm good now, though. I'm good now. But anyways, so I'm in the party, lit. They serving drinks in the kitchen. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna give me some of that. They had jungle juice there. That was probably the best jungle juice I've ever had, and I didn't know that the jungle juice and the shots were gonna slap me as hard as they did. I'm about 3.5 cups of jungle juice in, and all of a sudden, I'm drunk, gone. There's no bringing me back, and I'm thinking I'm having a great time. I'm on the dance floor, killing it. I'm dancing and stuff, and next thing I know, I'm out on the couch, gone, just like that. Boom. I wake up about 10 minutes later. I'm downstairs. I'm looking around like there's nobody down here. Like, where am I? I'm passed out on my back, just like, what the fuck? Like, where am I? And I'm looking around like, dang, like nobody's down here. Like, yo, what? Hey, anybody up there? Like, nobody hears me. Nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, let me get up out of here then. So I tried to get up. I couldn't move. My body felt so heavy. It felt like there were chains just wrapped just across my body, preventing me from getting up. And I just couldn't get up. I couldn't move any part of my body. I was really trying super hard to, I'm telling you, I was trying so hard to move and get myself up, but I couldn't. I couldn't even roll over to possibly stand up. So I end up passing out again while I'm down there, but because I guess I just exerted all the energy that I had, and I just passed out again. Next thing I know, somebody walks downstairs, and they're just like, "Hey, who's this dude down here in the basement? Whose friend is this? Passed out on the mattress." And I hear him, but I can't move to get up. I'm stuck. So I'm just like, fuck, I need to move. And I'm trying so hard to move. And the dude that came downstairs is like, yo, if somebody doesn't come get this fool, like, I'm about to call the cops and have him taken away. And I'm just like, I need to move. Get me up. And I just can't move. Like, I just can't do anything. And then next thing you know, I hear my homie running down the stairs like, no, that's my friend. Like, he's with me. And he's like, well, you need to get him up out of here because he's done. He can't be here anymore. So they find the other homie that we brought up, and he was, for some reason, he was on the roof with these 2 other girls, doing God knows what. But we're not even gonna address that. We're just gonna let that sit there. And we find him. Or he finds him, because I couldn't do anything. He finds him to tell him to take me back to the room. And they finally get me up, and they get me up the stairs and out the door. And they're walking me back to the room. And apparently, on the way back to, I don't remember doing any of this. On the way back to the room, I got like a burst of energy. I started doing sprints. I started doing push-ups. I started doing jumping jacks. Like, I low-key had a full-on workout circuit on the way back to the room. and they were just dying laughing because they didn't know where the energy came from. Like, at one point, I couldn't walk by myself, and my eyes were closed. At the next, like, within 5 minutes, I had all this energy doing all these types of workouts, and my eyes were just like super, like, huge, just open. Funniest thing. And we finally get to his dorm, but before we get to his dorm, there's like this little downhill slope that that you have to go down in order to get to his dorm. And they're all down at the bottom, and they're like, "Aren't you coming? Like, come down. We need to get you inside." I'm like, "I'm not going down. I'm not going down. I can't go down." And they're like, "Why not?" And they're like, "Because if I do, I'm gonna fall, and I don't want to fall." It was like, I think the ground was like asphalt, so if I would have fell, it really would have, like, I would have really hit the ground hard, and it would have hurt, and I would have been so fucked up. So I'm like, "No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna just stay right here." And they're like, "No, you need to come." So they walk back up, they try and pull me down. I'm like, "No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it." And then they eventually walk back down, like, "You need to come on. Like, you need to get inside." And I stand up, and I try to walk down, and for some reason I couldn't walk, so it brings me inside, and I pass it on the couch. And that's where I was the rest of the night. Didn't even make it to the bed. The next morning, the homie that invited us up, his parents came knocking on the door at 8 o'clock in the morning. We probably didn't get back to the room until about 2 or 3. But me being that drunk or intoxicated it didn't matter what time I was gonna wake up. I was gonna be in a bad mood regardless. But the fact that they came banging on the door at 8 o'clock in the morning was even worse. Surprised us all. They didn't even let them know. They just showed up, surprised us. And so he comes running in like, "Dude, you gotta wake up, wake up, wake up." So I'm like, "Why? What?" And he's like, my parents here. You need to go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. Like, go clean up. You smell like alcohol. So I go in the bathroom, and I'm looking in the mirror, and he had drawn dicks all over my face while I was passed out. I come back out, and I just go ham. Like, I just start going off on him. I was so mad that he, like, if I wasn't drunk, I probably wouldn't have been that mad. But the fact that I had to, like, wash all this off, and, like, I'm mad. Like, before his parents came in, I was so mad. I was hot. But, you know, it's whatever. It is what it is. And the rest of the day, I just felt like shit. Yep, they took us out to Fisherman's Wharf and everything, and the whole day I just felt like crap. Had a headache, stomach was hurting, and that day I vowed to never drink again. And it almost worked, but, you know, I gave it some time, some thought, and I was like, nah, I'll keep drinking. I haven't been that drunk since that day, though. That was my last time ever being like that. I drink in moderation now. I mostly drink water, you know. Got my water right here. It's good for the mind, the body, and the soul. Yeah, that's that good stuff. Alright, well, that's the end of this story time. Thank y'all for tuning in. You already know, make sure y'all follow all the social media right down here at the bottom. And thank y'all for tuning in. Stay up, and we out.
Gucci on my belt, bought a necklace for myself, bought Giuseppe for myself, spent them blessings on myself. Donatello, that's it. I smoke purple out the shell. She want Birkin, she want Gucci purse, she want Chanel.